as the four of you step inside, Henry leading all four of you in, the door closes behind you and you all look, kind of begin to take the room in, but you realise, kind of looking around, Remy's not with you. Rest of the room, you're taking that in. It's somewhat of a cramped apartment. Castaigne himself is an old-looking man who shuffles over to the corner and takes a seat in a large armchair, leather armchair with a couple of tears in it.
Kevin, be quiet.
He kind
Damn.
of strains a little bit to sit in that way that the elderly do.
Keep the giggles to a low temp,
Moving
please.
at 20% slower than the rest of us, and as he rests his body weight into the chair and brings the huge bottle bottom glasses, almost thick glasses up to bear, and it gazes at each of you. Oh, yes. So, what can I do it for you?
Well, I suppose for starters, do you have anything to drink?
Oh, where are my manners? Yes, he leans over to his right and opens a small armoire to his right. Takes out a decanter of a brown spirit of some kind. Can't tell really from this distance. Could be whiskey, could be bourbon, could be brandy. And 4 glasses. Pours them all out and kind of places them on the table next to him. Drink if you wish. I will not take offense if you do not.
I'm good. Thank you for the offer. Do you, I'll just take some water if you have some.
Apologies, the pipes are shut. We'll fix. Night manager, I fix everyone else's apartment. It's difficult to find time to see to my own, as you can see. And it is in a little bit of... It's not dirty, it's just cluttered. Like, he doesn't have time to put anything away. Stuff's clearly taken out and then, once used, placed in the most convenient location and not put away because he clearly doesn't have time for it.
So, you're describing my room.
Yeah, most of my house, unfortunately. It's what happens when you have a 5-year-old. But yeah, so apologies for no being able to.
Are there any windows in the room?
No, this is in like an internal.
Right, internal apartment. Okay. Is there anything else like just strange about the room that we notice?
I would say
Like something that's out of place.
roll.
Yeah.
Sure, you can all roll search if you all want to do that and see if you catch it. Okay.
While they're rolling search, I'd love to investigate the setup he's poured. You mentioned it was from a decanter. Would it be possible to place an estimate on sort of age/location where this set came from? I imagine that might be something that Desmond would be able to figure out.
Could roll history. Yeah, you can roll history.
To answer your question about my roll, I got a 78, so that was a fail. So I don't see nothing. out of the ordinary.
No, that's right. It's just a blood department.
Yeah.
I got a 49. If you want that, that's a success for me.
So you, as you're looking around, like the place is stacked wall to wall with like old yellowed newspapers and magazines, and you start with your sort of your particular line of work and your training. You start looking for dates and names straight away. Your eyes are scanning like the yellowed papers for like dates and names, and you notice very quickly that none of these papers are dated more recently than 1940. Some of the headlines are bizarre, and like for example, one is a New York Tribune headline dated the 1st of July 1923. Simply states, Russo-Germanic Pact crumbles, Vienna liberated. Can you make a sanity check for me, please?
That's 13.
It's a pass, I would assume, at this point.
Yeah.
I would hope it-
We're not that far yet. We're not that far
yeah.
yet.
That's fine. No sanity loss for you, but yeah, like, you have anything in history at all?
History? I think so.
If you've got any
10%?
percentage in history, make a roll.
10?
You can make a roll if you want. Yeah.
No. That's a fail.
Okay. Yeah.
Pardon, sir. Do you know what the year is?
He kind of squints and he takes his glasses off and kind of rubs the lenses. Puts his glasses back on and then addresses you a second and goes, "Yes. Seems like a slightly ridiculous question. I'm sure you have more
Just
pressing things to be asking."
Humor me, please. Because all of your... She gestures to the headlines. All of your news seems to be...
Seems to be what?
All of your news is less recent than I'd expect. That's why I'm asking.
It's relative, no?
Right? Okay. So, you won't answer my question, then?
And he does that. He does that thing a lot of. Not to be ageist here, but because I fully plan to do the same thing when I reach this gentleman's age. And he just kind of grunts and groans a little bit. Oh, looks at the floor, and kind of rubs his elbows a little bit and just ignores you. Or ignores that pointed statement. He clearly does not want to answer.
Can I take the newspaper? Was it a newspaper? With the
Yeah, you can pick that up.
All right, I will pick it up.
Yeah, I mean the headline, as I mentioned earlier on. If you want that again, bring it up.
Yes, please.
Yeah, it says Russo-Germanic Pact crumbles, Vienna liberated. And that's dated the 1st of July, 1923. It's a New York Tribune headline.
Eliza sort of looks back for Remy. Perhaps earlier she was too busy looking around her to really realize that he was no longer following. And, hey, Remy, can you... And then she looks back and she's like, how long has Remy not been with us.
Um,
Do you know where he is?
I think he's.
Well, it
Desmond?
looks. You see, it's much better to think about him a whole lot and plan for his eventual return, which will, of course, happen. And Desmond nods
Uh-huh.
and tries to smile but fails.
Okay, right.
Um,
Okay.
I think you guys are taking this a little bit too easily. Our friend, your guys' friend, is missing right now. Hey, Mr. Night Manager, do you know where our friend went? I mean, he walked in here with us.
Oh. I count 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there.
No more.
I understand. There's a fourth though.
There was, yeah, another man was working with us. You recognized him, didn't you?
No,
What?
that was
Oh, sorry.
that wasn't
Wrong
the night
person.
manager. That was
That
was Mark.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Sorry.
Uh, sorry that we've just sort of bumbled in here. We are a bit confused. We are new to the building and the area. We are desperately trying to find Amanda Knight's room. I swear to God, we have walked all over this place several times, and I just feel hopelessly lost. You
Yeah.
must know the way, right?
Yeah. If you could just show us to the sixth floor. We're just trying to find our friend Amanda Wright, and I guess well now Remy too.
I do believe we are hopelessly late for dinner.
6.
Actually, what? Do I notice any clocks in the room, like, as well?
No shot.
No clocks, no.
There's no clocks.
No.
Okay.
No, 6. Go to 6.
Oh, why is that?
The superintendent is having a party tonight. The superintendent has party every night. Unfortunately, right now, you are not invited.
Do you know of a way to get an invite, perhaps?
He takes the glasses off and levels his gaze at you for a second. And just for a second, as he next speaks, there's a clarity in his eyes. Almost as if the old man act has dropped just for a second. I'm sure you will earn one soon.
Um, uh, I don't really understand what that means, but um, uh, you actually might know something about Amanda's apartment. There was. I'm gonna actually start pulling out the yellow sign, note piece, and ask him, "Do you know what the sign means?"
He looks at it blankly. Oi, not talking about that. Put away.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can we talk about that in the future then? It seems to be connected to Amanda in some way, and I need to understand what transpired, what happened to her. I just need some answers. So
You've been walking around, speaking to my tenants. I don't think it is sinking in. Amanda has moved on.
What?
Where she goes, you don't follow. At least not yet.
I'm sorry, but that's not gonna fucking work.
Well, it's not up to me, so
Well,
leveling vulgar language at me, pointless.
right, all right. Well, since you can't give me answers, and you won't tell us really how to get out of here or where to. How about let's start there, Mister Castaigne and Mister Henry. How do we get some answers around here, huh? Because we've been quite literally walking in circles in an apartment structure that doesn't have a circle in the blueprint. So let's try to get some answers rolling here. Because none of this makes sense to me right now. And there's paintings of Remy, or sorry, a painting with the lack of Remy, and tenants who are mistaking him for someone who looks just like him with the same name. So how about let's start with that. What's right in front of us? Where is Remy and who is Remy? He clearly has a connection to the hotel.
I don't know this Remy you speak of. Look,
Do I?
Corporal Kane, you were not put on this earth to get it.
I don't. That's your sorry. But I don't remember him telling you his name.
Neither do I.
You say so.
I'm gonna pull out my 1911 and just aim it straight at his head.
He looks up down the barrel of the pistol, and then he just takes his glasses off again and cleans them and puts them back on. There's no need for that. You put away that.
Oh, I think there's plenty need for this. I think this has been a long time coming, especially since the Mystery Night Manager, who we haven't seen at night for almost the entire time, except for the near witching hours, who is somehow on a, I don't even know, trans-dimensional plane that doesn't exist in a hotel that doesn't exist on floors that don't exist. So by my book, if anybody wasn't put on this earth for whatever reason, I think it's you, Mr. Castaigne. So before I rearrange your apartment decor with the gray matter of your brain, how about you give us some damn answers? Anything. Anything.
And
Just...
he picks up his glass and takes a little sip and he's like, "It's real bourbon, real glass." And he knocks on the table next to him. It's real table.
You know,
To me,
there's a lot of
Perhaps-
things that seem real right now to me, but they don't feel like it. Not in my gut, not in the human part of my mind says that this is, well, human.
perhaps your perception needs readjusting.
So what? Glasses like you?
In a manner of speaking.
All right. Kane
You
takes a
know,
deep breath and just kind of sets the gun down slightly, just keeping it aimed at the floor but still out.
You know, Kane, on the whole, new glasses thing. You say a lot of things, and you say that they don't make sense, but from what I've heard, when you say these things, it sounds like you sort of understand it. So maybe, I don't know, listen to what you're actually saying. Because you're saying some good shit, and I feel like it's just coming out your mouth and not really being processed.
Yes, because they're outrageous ideas that do not match the reality of the world that I live in. I don't know. Maybe it might be different for you guys in Crazy Town, but for someone whose boots are on the earth and feel the breeze of the New York night, none of this is all ridiculous, to put it blatantly.
Hey, you
It,
remember when I told
Eliza, come on, you got to be here with me.
Honestly, I'm processing all of this rather slowly, and I don't understand it, and I hate it here, and I want to leave. But we are on Amanda's case right now, so
All right.
I'd rather not think about what all of this means too deeply. Let's just try to find someone who can help us. Speaking of which, this apartment complex, it's quite large, and I don't remember having seen very many tenants.
They come and go. I do not interfere with my tenants too much. It is not my business what they get up to with their private lives. I fix things that need to be fixed, and I watch over the place for the superintendent. You perhaps need to be the ones to understand. This isn't happy-go-lucky, happy ending play. Amanda is moved on to where she wants to be. And from my experience, you are not ready to follow.
Desmond,
you're speaking a whole lot of cryptic shit. Can you just level with it? Is Amanda dead?
Oh, no, no, no.
oh God, you could have.
No, she's moved on to a better place, but not in the way that everybody says that.
Oh my, you could have just said that from the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Kane. I was sort of going on this whole thing that she was dead.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I really,
Yes,
you know
well,
what?
I thought we were going to walk in a murder scene.
Oh, and Kane just kind of like takes a huge like breath of relief because the wording of that just sounded like Amanda was just straight up dead.
No! Amanda has gone to a party, I said. Superintendent's party. You don't have invite.
Oh, you didn't mention that she was at the party.
I need to be very clear with you now.
Okay.
I think it is time you leave and not bother my tenants anymore.
I mean, if you want us to leave, and can we leave? If we walk back out the smoking lounge door, are we gonna go right back to New York, or am I gonna walk into Detroit?
Way out is smoking lounge, correct?
I don't know. I
That's
feel like
the only
Detroit
way
might
out.
be worse than these hotel floors, honestly.
I mean, if Amanda is alive, we should probably at least perform some type of welfare check. If you can bring her down here, we'll leave you alone.
Yes, Eliza, thank you. Or
Sometimes my job is tiresome. You go now. Go.
is
I do not want to have to call superintendent, and believe me, you do not want him to come down here. Please, just go.
fine. Okay. Is there
Some whiskey.
Is there an easier way to find you next time than wandering around the halls what felt like maybe 3 hours?
I think maybe we not see each other again.
I did point a gun in your face. That's fair. That is fair. All right.
And can we leave a note for Amanda?
Yeah, just if you see
Yeah, you
Amanda,
guys got a landmark. Let me call her.
I. Eh. And he like reaches into a drawer that's in the armoire, pulls out a notepad. I pass on message, make you happy.
Thank you.
Get on with it.
um,
Oh, now what?
I think this should be for Kane to write. Maybe. Seems like you have some connection to this case.
um, and Kane is like just trying to reminisce through the memories that he has with Amanda, um, from when he was like graduating from boot camp, um, and he remembers this ice cream parlor, um, in New York, and he tells Henry, just tell her about um, the ice cream parlor and let her know that Kane will be waiting there for her.
Waiting in ice cream. Okay.
Yeah, I guess with that, Kane just kind of slightly defeated because he knows he's not going to get any answers right now from him. Just kind of like shuffles out the apartment, grabbing one of the newspapers before he exits the room.
I'm presuming you guys are following, unless you wanted to stick around for whatever reason.
Pardon, we've been terribly lost this whole time. Can you give us directions back to the smoking lounge? Something we can follow?
Is you just go down hall. Smoking lounge is that way.
Thank you.
Go.
Mhm.
I have job to do. He stands up and like goes to. There's only one other door in the apartment, and he opens it, and you briefly see like a bed and like a bedroom in the room. It looks like a regular bedroom, and he like closes the bedroom door, and you hear like the click of like a lock. And that's it. He's gone.
You were saying something earlier, Desmond, about the things I was saying making sense, but I that is just the the BS that
Please.
comes right off the top of my brain from just the absolute primal chimpanzee part of the human brain.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Kane, you and me and Eliza. Right now, I use outside the building. I told you that you had crossed a line that you could never cross back, and fella, that was the border to Crazy Town. And you are currently in Crazy Town, and you are part of its population, and you will never leave.
Okay, but
But I want you to just do one thing, and I think we can start from there. And I want you to know that the shit spouting off of your chimpanzee brain is not bullshit. It's kept us alive for thousands of years. And it's gonna do that here. Yeah?
so what? I returned a monkey.
I grasp him on the shoulder and give him a big Desmond smile. Yeah, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
All right. But like, here's my problem with entering the borders of Crazy Town is that I'm trying to pull Amanda out of that. So, where do I start in getting her back there?
Well, it seems that tonight, at least, as the night manager is present, seems to believe it's night, so it's probably still night. I think you should lead us to the smoking room. And maybe just let the chimpanzee take the way.
Okay. Um,
Are we going to look for Remy before we leave?
I mean, I don't think that's the best idea right now of just trying to wander around finding Remy. I feel like he of all people would come to the common sense conclusion to go to where we all know, which is the smoking lounge. So maybe we'll see him there.
You're right. You're right.
I know you're worried about him.
Sorry.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
he's strapped, but he's still a book nerd at the end of it. So I'm slightly concerned of whether or not he knows how to use it.
he's a book nerd who showed up in pictures here. Do you not think that maybe he just went back? Maybe this Remy is more of a information gatherer. That fella knew your name. As soon as Remy disappeared,
But
it seems he knew your name.
how would he have communicated with him? Remy had no radio on him, and I know that from when I tried to assault him on the rooftop. Or
You
last.
what?
Listen, not in that manner. Calm it down. Take it down 20%. I just wanted to knock him out because I didn't know who you guys were, alright?
No, that's still deeply concerning.
That's
Listen.
what we all thought. I think we sort of.
I
Anyways,
did
he
I
lives,
didn't
so-
I didn't. So there's that. Uh Give me some credit at least, please. All right.
What? You didn't do what you set out to do? That's like not. Okay, whatever.
Right. I had some self-control.
Glad we're in this together.
Okay,
Anyways,
yeah.
you think you could chimpanzee track our way to the smoking room?
Yeah, Eliza, I didn't hear him correctly because I left the room early. Which way did he say the smoking lounge was?
He said it was just down the hall.
J-
Not a
Just,
very useful direction here, but
I would say so, yeah. I mean, that's a general consensus of where to go is down the hall. But, all right, all right. Let's go. Let's try Monkey Brain. Let's go try Monkey Brain Kane and see what happens. Um, and he just kind of meanders down the hallway thinking about the smoking lounge, just like, I really hope we end up there and not in some weird apartment again.
Okay, make a sanity check for me, please.
Oh boy, my favorite.
Bread and butter of Delta Green.
That's a 26. That is a success.
So you head down the junction. You come to like literally like a cross junction. Forward, left, right are your options, and just that, like Desmond was saying to you, monkey brain. It just tickles, and you go, right. When in doubt, go right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You go right, and as you head forward, you come upon another junction. You see towards the sort of end of the junction, you see what appears to be like a two people run across the opening at the end of the hallway. In the distance, you can't really see them clearly from where you are, and you press forward with your colleagues close behind you, and you see just a moment later there are three men in large, like, old-looking gas masks.
I'm gonna stop the
What?
group and just kind of not say anything, but just kind of hand motion towards the three people, like eyeing
I
Desmond.
just want to add, before you do that, they are carrying shotguns.
No, it is. You're right.
Before you make a decision yet. Carrying shotguns. But they rush past in the same direction as the marionettes and outside.
Desmond, you saw that too?
I mean, yeah, of course I saw it.
Okay. Eliza?
I don't.
That I'm not sure what they're doing, and I'm
And then
sure
you
we
hear-
don't want to follow them.
Then you just hear from around the corner the unmistakable thundering sound. Shotgun going off.
And we go the other way now.
Kane.
Yeah.
Did I just watch a World War soldier run past with a trench gun?
I think we just saw a firing squad. And I'm immediately just try to start opening doors. Like, we need to find cover in this very exposed open hallway right now.
But no, hold on. They've got shotguns.
Right, I
What are they
know.
gonna do? Shoot us from 100 feet?
I don't
yes.
think they're after us. I think if they were after us, we'd already be dead.
Desmond, I don't think you realize, but if that's a trench gun, this hallway is a trench.
You know what? I got to admit, I'm not particularly familiar with first-hand trench fighting, so I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, the enclosed spaces, when they have a gun that spreads, it doesn't matter if it's 100 or 50 feet, it is still going to hurt regardless, and I do not have my medic bag with us, so if one of you get hurt, we are shit out of luck, because I cannot stem any bleeding.
You're a combat medic and you don't bring first aid supplies.
I didn't think we were going into a war zone. My bad. It's a little bit arduous to carry about 25 pounds to 50 pounds of medical supplies, so forgive me for going out in my casual nightwear instead of my war gear.
I can see you have an ungodly amount of ammo. And you're carrying all that around but not first aid.
Oh,
It's
hey,
too...
right. What about finding cover instead of bickering like children? Oh my gosh.
My point exactly. I'm actually just not even gonna try a door. I'm gonna kick a door open.
You try, but it's just solid. Doesn't budge.
Oh, son of a bitch. God. Okay, other way?
Modern lockpick? I gesture to the gun in his hand.
Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna shoot the door knob. Or I guess the
Okay.
lock, technically.
Yeah, I mean, I won't. You just putting the barrel
Oh,
to the
jeez.
lock and pulling the trigger. There's no point firing firearms there. You do that, lock comes off, door swings free. Just another corridor.
What the hell? Come on, man!
From down this corridor, it's in the most polite manner, you all hear the unmistakable sounds of intense lovemaking.
Hello?
I don't know about you guys, but that sounds a lot better than the firing squad that's down the
Just
corridor.
thinking the
So
same thing.
I hate to be the cockblock, but I'm
already in the room.
yeah, I'm just following Desmond.
Let's go.
Let's hightail it out of here, gang.
Secondhand embarrassment beats buckshot any day.
And it's just a Scooby Doo running noise.
Yeah, and you head down that corridor, and the sounds are getting louder, and you come across a door that's ajar to your left. Whatever's happening is happening in
Um, I'm just gonna walk past it, trying to ignore it.
Just keep walking.
Just
Yeah.
walking past with a fully loaded deagle, none of my business.
Well, now I am
All
kind
of
of
a sudden,
curious.
all of a sudden, the noise stops, like abruptly stops.
It sounds like it's our business now. We should move faster.
Um, I've moved
Okay,
from
let's go.
I've moved from the mom jog to a full jog.
We call that a wog. Walking jog.
Okay. So you're moving right past that room.
It was walking with energy, okay?
Okay, no problem. Who's leading the way?
I guess actually me, right?
Yes.
Or was it okay, yeah, that's me.
Go chimpanzee.
Okay. And you're doing same monkey brains to the smoking room as you were before.
Yeah, I'm just gonna trust my instinct and just be like,
Yeah.
well, actually,
Another sanity check for me in that case.
yeah. At this point, after seeing gunfire, oh, that's another success. That's a 56. Um,
You head around um, what appears to be quite a rare actual like winding corridor. It curves off to the right as you walk around. Um, at the very end, in a distant doorway, you see it'd be described as a fat man in a suit, and he turns around and sees you, then turns and rushes towards the doorway. The doorway's closed, and he's like fidgeting with keys. He looks real nervous. He's sweating. You can tell even from here he's sweating profusely, as if roll. If you've got human, you can roll it.
I have a lot of that.
Yeah.
Love those. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
let's see, 10. Can I be a 10?
77 failure.
Okay.
18 success
Failure for
Okay.
me.
under 80.
Um,
Let's see.
we'll start with Eliza. He is like all the telltale signs of like you've seen plenty of like suspects and stuff like this in crimes that like they spot the cops and they're immediately like, I've done something wrong. Like whether it's related to the case or not, the guys that think, you know, you want to speak to them about a murder and they think you're there to pick them up for the joint they had last week, but they, you know, what I mean, like they know I've done something wrong. Desmond, you glance at this fella and you've got quite a good memory for like faces, because you know your day job on the walking tours and having to remember first names of large groups of people is kind of part of your job, right? Keep the public happy. And you could have sworn you took this guy on a tour of like he wanted to know like where all of the he was there like with his family, and he wanted to know like he was real interested in like ghost stories in the area, wanted to go, and him and his family, and like you took him to like, you know, this is the mine where a bunch of miners died, and you know there was a forest fire here and some people and all that kind of thing, and he was real interested in that, and he glances at you almost extensively, just for a moment, and then goes back to trying to get the keys together. Can you make a sanity check for me, please?
Okay. I will, in fact, do that. Do I remember his name? That's, I believe, a 45. So it's got, yeah.
No worries. Okay, you don't take any sanity hit there. Well, that's the thing, is that you remember a face, but you don't remember this gentleman's name, and you realise there's a blank spot in your memory there, and that's weird.
In that case, I'm gonna call out Monkey Brain. Excuse me? It's Desmond. I took you on a trail tour. I remember you being real into ghost stories, you and your family. Are you okay?
He gets the door open at this point and hurries through it, and it swings shut behind him.
Fuck.
Eliza, what's the call here?
Well, I hate to defer to professional experience or whatever, but he was definitely hiding something from us.
That
So,
sounds like professional opinion to me, and I'm gonna literally rush at the door and try to like tackle it before he gets a lock on it. Like
You run at the door.
full on drop
and-
kick the door.
Is anyone else following him?
Oh, I'm gonna follow.
I mean, we're sticking together. Yeah.
Okay, so you're can't his tail behind him. What's all of your dexterity ratings? Just so I can see if you can keep pace with Kane. He's running.
14.
And what's yours, Sir Kane?
It's 11. Like, yeah, they're
Mine
keeping
is
up with
11.
me. They're keeping up with me.
Oh, they're
That's
keeping up
11.
with you, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you make a sprint for the door and you barge through it to realise at the very last minute that this is, as you tilt forward, falling into an empty, what appears to be pitch black, and you cannot see the bottom elevator shaft. Cables running down the middle. Can you make a Dex ×5 check for me to either grab the cables or grab the edge?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
Like Zoink Scoob. Yes! It's a success. I got a 43.
That's fine. So I'm going to say you, like, as you barge through the door, and your body weight is just about to tip you over the edge, and your arms fly out to the side into the doorway, and you just kind of jam yourself in place and stop. You are sweating now, looking down, thinking,
Bullets. I am sweating bullets right now.
I'm gonna pull him back by the waist. So
Okay.
elevator that goes up.
if we wanted to get to the 6th floor, which I'm not sure we do, I think this would be the place to do it.
Yeah, do we
there
know?
is no evidence of an elevator car. You look up, you look down. There's just two cables going up into the darkness and going down into the darkness. Can you all make a sanity check for me? please?
Oh, nuts.
Right, so Eliza failed.
Success.
That is
Ooh, that's gonna be close. If it's exactly my current sanity, is that a success or fail?
it's a success. That's fine.
Let's go.
Eliza.
Unfortunately,
failed.
Eliza, you take.
Oh, time to get the dice out. Yeah, make her crazy. Make her crazy.
Up in the elevator. Oh,
Go stupid.
That's a
Go
chunky
crazy.
bag there,
Yeah,
Mark.
Oh yeah.
that's actually a self-defense weapon for when he goes out.
Bam.
Rocking a sock.
Yeah, I was about to say the coins in the sock.
You lose 2 points of sanity.
Oh, that's not too
Okay,
bad.
it's not so bad.
Yeah.
He rolls
was only a
84 dice.
Yeah. Yeah. I just start rolling like an 18th level rogue sneak attack damage for you. Every time. It'll be a real short game. Yeah,
Instant
no,
death.
you're too sanity as you realise, like, you're just because you're quite a logical person, Eliza. You always approach things in a you process cases piece by piece, detail by detail. It's what the FBI trained you to do. It occurs to you that there is no physical earthly way you wouldn't be able to see. That man closed the door not seconds before Kane barged it open. You'd be able to see a lift either descending or ascending, and there's nothing. The floor is open. What do you want to do next?
GM or handler, sorry.
What?
I have my camping kit. Would I happen to possess a flare? I have a flare gun. Would I have a regular flare?
Yeah, that's why not.
I would love to light that and drop it down the elevator shaft.
Would you have, just speak honestly, would you have bought a camping kit into the building with you?
I describe myself as always wearing my bags, but I didn't really think about it that hard. You said I don't have my big stuff, so I imagine like my big guns and stuff wouldn't be here. Like, I probably don't have like a full climbing equipment.
Yeah,
It's up to you if
he's
I
got
have
full
one.
rock climbing equipment with him.
Yeah, go on then.
I would.
Are
I
you
would
sure
love
you want to do that?
Well, now that you've asked that, yes.
Eliza
Are you
is
sure
having
about that?
a miniature panic attack, like looking up and down the elevator shaft, going like, "There's,
Okay, okay.
there's nothing here."
Eliza, look at me. Monkey brain. Don't get too logical with it. Just breathe it through. None of it makes sense. I'm with you right there, okay? Remy's missing. This fat man just disappeared through an elevator shaft. I almost died, okay? I'm right there with you, so just keep me
Okay.
calm, please. Keep me calm. Don't hide, please.
There's- Okay, I
Speaking
need to
of
stop
monkey
looking
brain,
at the elevator shaft. I need to stop looking at it. She's just gonna like turn away to the wall maybe, or like look at the floor or something.
Okay. Desmond?
Uh, so Kane. Speaking of monkey brain, I really want to throw this flare down the elevator shaft. Could you be an extra set of eyes for whatever fucking horrible shit I'm about to see?
I'm already in the door, man, so if you want to just toss it between my legs and I'll just let the void stare back.
You could move.
I
That would be-
could, but I'm already here, man, so you know what? Let's dive into Crazy Town. Maybe I might find Amanda at the bottom of an elevator shaft. Who knows? Maybe up is down and down is up.
What's that? What's that creepy dog thing down the hall? You said she's stuck down the well? All right then. And I throw the flare down.
You strike the flare and throw it. And you are stood there watching the flare descend into the darkness. A minute goes by. A minute and a half.
That is a deep hole.
2 minutes go by. You still watching?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it goes straight to hell, obviously.
2.5 minutes go by.
okay. This is
Still
You've
falling?
never
unreasonable.
dropped.
Eliza's
No,
still looking at the floor. Is it still falling?
Yeah, it's
You've never struck a flare before and thrown it somewhere where you began to lose visibility of the thing, but after about 3.5 minutes, the light of the flare winks out. It falls beyond.
I don't think. I think. I think we should head the other direction instead of.
now, hold on.
Can everyone that just witnessed that roll another sanity check, please?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
of course. Thank you, GM.
That's-
Ooh, it's a 20!
Bro!
Critical fail.
Hold on, I'm checking. Oh my god, we're one under. It's a critical success.
Yo, let's get it!
66.
That's
Mark.
no sanity loss for you at all then.
Mark, Eliza failed again.
You didn't look down the shaft, Eliza.
You said
Oh.
you turned away.
Yeah, you,
Oh,
you were
yeah,
looking at
I
the
know,
floor. You're
she's
good, you're
looking at
good,
the
you're good. It
floor.
doesn't count. Doesn't.
All right, cool.
The floor stared
Cool.
back at you.
You intentionally told me you were looking away, so no, that's why I said it was
Good.
only this to everyone was looking. Okay.
Okay. You know what?
That is fucked.
Honestly, I'm kind of regretting not taking the trench guys. At least that part I'm good with. Like, I can handle that. But the elevator shaft, like mountains. You can see flares at the bottom of mountains. In order for that
Yeah.
elevator shaft to be so deep that it just
Terminal velocity for 3.5 minutes, and then it just disappeared. It didn't land. It disappeared.
so yeah. Let's
That's what.
I'm
Can we
just
just not
I'm gonna
talk
close the
bullshit
door.
anymore?
I'm gonna close the door. Just start heading the other direction. Smoke lounge it is. Smoke lounge
know
we're
what?
going.
Echo, brother.
No.
Let's just.
No, the door is closed. We're going, Desmond. This occult experiment, we're done with it. I want to go home. It's past my bedtime.
Who's leading the way?
I am yeah, Desmond, you take lead. I can't anymore right now.
Okay. All right then. If you would rather the creepy trenchmen than the elevator, I guess that was the way to the smoking lounge, anyways. So
Yeah, I guess so.
get ready to run past the creepy sex people, and then I just break off and run down the hall.
Oh Lord, hey, no, don't run, don't run. We can't.
Can you roll? Can you roll sanity for me there, please, Desmond?
I don't actually like fully run because I have way higher dexterity and leave these fools in the dust. 96.
The failure.
And where is it you're trying to go?
It's trying to go to the goddamn smoking lounge.
So you move forward, and you head past the room that had the rather intense noises coming from it before, and you realise that door's now closed. Actually, that door's now a different colour. And the hallway just breaks off to the right. And as you step around the corner, you find yourself in the smoking lounge.
Oh. Hey.
Fucking hell.
Oh.
Made it
Okay.
back.
I'm gonna just go sit at the bar.
No.
Let's not drink
No.
anything from here, actually.
Door.
Ma'am. I just almost fell down an elevator shaft and blew a
That's
man's brain
right.
out.
You can drink.
Give me a
Earth.
second.
We can
Give me a
drink
second.
at a
I'm
place
not.
in New
I'm not
York,
drinking.
please.
You're so close.
I'm not drinking. I just want to sit for a second, please, and catch my breath.
Okay. So, have fun in your nightmares. And I'm gonna fucking leave. God, I hope the door's in the same place.
Yeah, the door back to the roof is still there. Are the rest of you going with them?
Incredible.
Kane, we already left someone here, and it's quite possible we lost another person here. Can you please sit down later? Please.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Actually, wait, Remy's not here. And do I notice anything different about the smoke lounge?
No,
No,
no, not
nothing,
from before.
nothing.
Mark Rourke isn't there, but his chair and there's a half-finished whiskey glass and a stubbed-out cigar on the corner that look like the ones that he usually partakes of.
Eliza,
Hmm?
what what can don't you fancy lab nerds at the FBI? Can't you track DNA?
Mark, is that technology around? Yeah.
Because I guarantee you there's fingerprints on that glass and there's spit on that cigar.
You know what?
And
Let's take it with us just in case.
that's
and we'll
what
see
I'm
we
thinking.
can do.
That's what I'm thinking. And I just kind of look around for like a napkin or something to like grab the glass and like I'm assuming like I have a pack of cigarettes on me from whatever, so I'm just going to empty out the pack of cigarettes and like carefully place the cigar inside the box. And then I'm just
You want to roll a forensics check to see how careful that is? If you like, you can hit one of the other agents with perhaps a better forensics score.
uh
For you.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
can. I can.
forensic. Oh yeah, Eliza.
Eliza, help!
Yeah.
Yeah. Got you. Uh, Kane, give it 1 second.
Yeah, I don't really know the what the protocol is here.
Yeah, I mean,
Mark, I rolled a 7.
That's a that's a solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's not a crit though. So
Yeah, so you quite. That's fine, though. You quite expertly you watch Eliza snap from sort of perhaps a bit of a pale and worried complexion from your experience with the endless lift shaft, and you see her like inner element just snap on. Got a forensics kit, if I'm not mistaken,
I do.
Eliza.
I do have.
yes, clutch,
So you
clutch.
see it. Yeah, you see her whip that out, and just expert like it's impressive speed in which she puts this thing away into a secure Ziploc bag ready for and like properly labeled ready for ready
Oh,
for the lads in the lab
yes.
to work their magic.
For once in my life, I am so glad that a cop is with me. Usually, I am in handcuffs.
Huh.
Oh,
It's just for drunk and disorderly. Calm down. I think
All right, Kane.
we.
It's fine. I didn't ask to know.
Well, you gave me a look, okay? Like I felt like look. You had that look on your face, and I'm tired. So
Right. Let's go.
yeah, let's hightail it out of here. I'm gonna write on a napkin, just like Remy, uh, find us at the bodega shop when you get out of here. Love, Kane. And then I'm just gonna leave the night floors with Eliza.
Time to go.
and Desmond, you follow?
oh, I would have been the first one out for sure.
Yeah.
You step back through the roof door into the McAllister building and head down. Still dark outside. Still night. Those of you with watches look down and realise it's much like when you checked last time. About minutes past, maybe, since you stepped in.
Okay. Um,
Huh.
Eliza,
So, I guess.
while this is fresh in our mind, I'm assuming you have a notepad, right? For
Yeah. Always.
let's track down the train of events whenever we get back to whatever hotel room that you're staying at.
Mhm.
Maybe we can kind of sort through evidence and put some pieces together.
So far, lots of questions and not a lot of answers.
Right.
And I'm not really sure what to report about Amanda. Because I obviously can't tell the FBI what actually happened, right? But I also shouldn't be lying to them, so I
Just
guess I'll just say nothing.
no. Let's let's just head out of this god accursed building of just an absolute nightmare before we decide on anything else. Yep. Maybe some
Yeah,
coffee, maybe some sanity would be
One
great.
more First thing that we should probably look at. Amanda was renting another room.
You mean 10B?
which doesn't exist. And apparently, when last time we asked Mark, doesn't exist in the hotel either.
Yes,
We
Remmy,
didn't
it
ask the
doesn't
night
exist.
manager.
It
Yeah.
does not exist in the night rooms. It's real. I know it may astonish
Yeah,
you at this point, but 10B is it's a real place in this building.
Right.
It is.
That's where
Okay.
I'm suggesting we go first before we settle down at all. While we still
Also,
have
Eliza,
the adrenaline.
I can help you with your. I know what people are supposed to know. They are.
Okay. Thank you.
A recommendation of somebody who's had to write medical reports and perhaps BS on some of them just to make sure that you don't get kicked out of the military. Um, just write that information has come up that Amanda Wright is alive. I mean, that enough right there is a huge step
Yeah.
in your case, our case.
Hey,
Right.
they're gonna call her. If you tell them that Amanda is alive, they're gonna call her. And I have seen that each of you can survive in a fucking literal hell. So I think you'd be alright. But nobody can survive an hour-long phone call with the most boring bureaucrat. You're gonna say some shit accidentally. All you tell them is
Right.
the investigation is ongoing. It's been a day.
Right.
They don't expect anything.
Okay. You're
Right.
right.
Huh.
I'm sorry. This is.
You know what? We can tell them. We'll tell them that that art boy fella, that he ran on us, and that he's currently in the city. And that's what we're getting distracted with and working on.
Mhm. Or
And if they have any interest, they'll be searching the city, and maybe you can actually get some testing done on the low. I gesture to wherever the hell the cigar ended up.
probably just in Eliza's bag. Um. You know what? You're right. You're right. It has only been a day. It's just. This is pretty much my first field investigation with the FBI, so I'm trying not to get fired on my first case.
You know what? I've been in that circumstance with quite a few government agencies, but I didn't have to worry about getting fired. I just had to worry about my own life and sanity. So, honestly, a less priority. But we'll tell them that the investigation is going. If they really press, we'll say that this asshole has run away from us and it's disrupted, and we're back on track now. But do dispatch somebody to this very obscure block of New York that's very far from here, because we're pretty sure he's there.
Right. So, can be then?
I mean, I guess it's been a couple minutes, so the night is still young. Fuck.
So you head to 10B. Find it relatively quickly. It's on the second floor. You're gonna knock, you're gonna bust in, or up to you.
Eliza, I think this is more of your lead.
Eliza will knock on the door.
No response.
Okay. Try the door handle, see if it's unlocked.
It is locked.
Okay, well. I'm not very good with a lockpick, so I would say if there's a janitor, we could probably get like a master key. But I don't know if we really want to go snooping around the building for that.
I was thinking more so. We've got pretty good evidence Kane can smash through just about any door.
Right, the crowbar.
And I mean, I will just shoot the door. If we
Yeah.
this thing is so loud.
Yeah, I'll here, and I just kind of jam it into the door again, kind of repeat the same action from the other night.
Good to know you have a crowbar, but not a first aid kit.
Listen, the right tools for the right job.
Exclusively crime.
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
You got a crowbar, you can make a strength check to bust the lock.
Absolutely, I would love to do that.
Strength times 5 then, probably, please.
Come on, baby. I forget what 15 times 5 is. It's 75. There we go. And that's a flat 30, so that's success.
Yeah, you crack it open, just sharp, blistering snap fills the hallway, and the door slowly drifts ajar.
Okay. Ladies first.
Thanks. Eliza pushes open the door. Have a look inside.
Oh, announce police first or something. Here, I'll do. Police! As she's walking in.
Okay, you know what? Whatever.
You enter into what's becoming a familiar, I should say, layout. Much of the apartments in this building clearly followed a design blueprint. This one, completely barren of any furniture, but painted in many different sizes, almost like the ravings of a mad person. That familiar yellow sign over and over and over on the ceiling, on the walls, and on the floor. You will make a sanity check for me, please.
Right, so we don't bring Remy into this room.
Oh, that was a critical success.
Okay, you're fine, yeah?
What is 000?
That's also a critical success.
Fucking hell.
That is, yeah, that's
What about
a
you,
flat
Eliza?
0.
I got a 41. So that's a success for me. But just the
Fine,
normal one,
sweet.
because I'm not an overachiever, apparently.
You get that. Kane and Desmond don't even register it.
Monkey brain.
You get that. Yeah, Eliza, you get that sort of that tangible pinch between your eyes before you shake it off and it's gone.
Migraine
And
again.
as you squint around the room, you notice sort of sequestered in corners and there's bits of paper all over the place, like typewritten paper with what appears to be pages of some sort of play,
Eliza,
script of some kind.
Eliza will start collecting them. We probably need to analyze this later.
As you begin
That's a lot of
collecting them,
analysis.
you realize it's the same page typed
I guess
over
I
and over and over.
only need one then. She'll put down the others and just take one, fold it up, put it in her bag.
Eliza, it actually might be important to take them all and see if perhaps there's something different with the pages. I mean, even a typo, spacing, type of paper used. I mean,
You-
it might give us some information.
Yeah, if you're all looking at the bits of paper, which it would be pretty hard not to. Yeah, you know, you would. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that these are all. It's like the same page typed over and over again, but it's definitely they're not like carbon copies. Like yeah, the spacing's slightly different on some of it. Like it's very easy to tell straight away.
Okay.
Okay, so do we want to take all of them then?
Uh, personally, just to be on the safe side, I think we should take them, but you're the professional here. You deal with forensics all the time. I'm not, so this
I
is
wouldn't
your
say
call.
all the time, but for sure, I'll. You know what? You're right. We can't be cutting corners. We should analyze all of them.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah,
If
sure.
you all take like, you could all gather them up in like 30 minutes if all of you
yeah.
worked together.
I'd love to read the paper.
Okay.
That's an option.
Yeah, of course it is. Let me just get that up for you.
You got Mark looking up stuff now. Damn you,
I'm
Jacob.
reiterating my last statement. We are not bringing Remy into this room,
Oh,
right? This room doesn't exist for Remy.
we tell
Like,
Remy that we just found the pages and nothing else. The
yeah,
signs are
yeah, we're not
the-
bringing him anywhere.
actually, do I notice anything with the paint? Like it's
It's just yellow paint. Some of the lines are neat on some of them. Some of them are just slapdash.
Eliza.
All over the place.
I've had to spend many boring days painting stuff as punishment in boot camp. Um, but oh, from what I recall, paint can be pretty easily tracked by the pigment type.
Right. I was
Depending on
thinking we could find the manufacturer if you
right,
think that's relevant.
anything is relevant in this
I'm
case.
I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a 90% chance that that paint is gonna track to a company that doesn't fucking exist. Just like
You're
this
right.
receipt
Yeah,
and
that's a
the
clue in
other
itself.
bills and the addresses.
That's a clue in itself, though, isn't it? Like it might be an anagram. It might all honestly all be code for something. Once we hit, it's you can't
Okay,
tell what the whole picture is without all the puzzle pieces, right?
I'll send off a sample of the paint to the lab. Actually, if I'm gonna look around this room for a second and see if I can find any paint cans or anything like that if you want. I'll have a look.
Here, how about after we collect the papers and whatnot, I'll look for the paint cans and you handle the more delicate forensic stuff.
Okay.
So
Just a moment.
all good. Um, yeah, this none of this is making sense. You know, we have at one point this symbol seems to be like the core problem of this case. I mean, it's showing up everywhere. But then we talk to the night manager and Mark and everybody on the night floors, and it's like they almost pretend as though like they don't want it to exist. Not that it doesn't, but they don't want it to. Like it's like the black sheep of the family. Like they don't want to talk about it, you know?
Desmond, you read the play. If you'd like to take a look at the handout section on
I
our
can
server,
read it.
you can read that out loud to the rest of the group.
Excellent. Oh, it's. I mean, it's like a very short scene. It starts in the the smoking lounge. I guess you know what that is. Um, Present are the dog, Thomas, and Michelle. I did sort of make a joke about a dog, and now I'm sort of.
Maybe
Do
we
those
should
ring bells to you? Are those any of the names on the vials or whatever? I guess Remy has that shit.
I. Well, Mark Rourke, he's on the page here, isn't he?
Yeah, that,
Yeah. He enters, and as soon as he does, he says, Abigail is gone. She moved upstairs today. Thomas replies, and? Mark responds with, I miss the kid. This Michelle person says, her
Her
dad.
dad, that pig,
Oh,
came around. She doesn't like you, Mark. No one likes you. Anyway, she ran off with that salesman. Everyone knows it.
wait. Hold up, stop right there. The salesman?
yeah, the fucking encyclopedia salesman. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Is I mean, yeah, Amanda and Abigail, their names match, but or they're both A
There's
names, but
no way this is a coincidence, though. It's too specific.
oh,
And
Guys,
continue with the script.
I'm gonna be real. It's some vulgarity. The dog barks, and somebody loudly comes up the stairs, which are just referenced as if we know what that is. Mark wonders who it is, and everybody listens.
who could be down there? Who is that?
Well, it looks like it's the federal agents. That would be us, right?
Can you make a sanity check for me, please? All of you.
Down the rabbit hole we go, ladies and gents.
Mhm.
Yes. That's a failure.
That's a 70 for me. That's a success. Which
I'm
I
good
don't know if it's a
too.
good or
I
bad
got
thing.
I got a 2.
Critical
Right,
success.
you
Yeah.
lose 1 sanity on a failure. Everyone else is fine.
Only one. We're all right.
This is too coincidental. This
Right.
Did he?
when
Was this written moment? But it's all over.
This is.
Eliza, your phone goes off.
Hello?
Caller ID is your husband. When you
Hello?
answer the phone, it's you hear rustling and it sounds like a pocket dial. You can hear uh, your husband's talking to someone.
Can I
A
put this
woman,
on
a woman
speaker?
maybe. Sure.
Maybe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Put
If
it on
you really want
speaker.
to do that, broadcast your personal life to your teammates, that's fine.
Love the drama.
I'm here for it.
And yeah, it's almost like a pocket dial, and you can hear murmuring of what you know that's your husband's voice, definitely, and it's only every other word is like intelligible, and appears to be speaking to so it's a woman, maybe slightly older, um and very occasionally you can hear the sounds of like a child in the background. And then the
Huh.
phone cuts out.
Well,
well
I
that
guess I'll have to
was
call him back later.
yeah that was quite strange. Um
I'm getting paranoid over nothing. Okay, you know what? You wanted a sample of the paint, right, Kane?
uh did I also recognize that it was a woman in the phone call?
Yeah.
You said that was your husband, Eliza? um, do you know if maybe he's at his mom's house or something? Like,
Well,
or
he called me. Well, okay, we went to the night floor, right? And only a couple minutes passed, so he said he was in the house when he called.
Kane keeps his suspicions to himself.
That
Kane,
sounds like
don't look
none
at
of
me like
Bryan's
that,
business.
okay?
I'm not looking at you.
Yeah,
I am actually
like,
looking at the floor.
Desmond is also looking at the floor.
right,
Just
okay. I don't
um,
want. Okay. You know what? I'm sure it's nothing.
yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
I'm
maybe he was
way
talking to a
too
neighbor.
busy to be. Yes.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna get
Oh,
the paint sample now, okay?
Make
yeah.
a make an intelligence ×5 check for me, please, Eliza.
I'm gonna walk over to Desmond and just whisper to him. Um, you have this. You had the same thought that I did, right?
I did, but also I am divorced, so I don't get to say shit. So I'm gonna sit here in the corner and
Yeah.
mind my business.
Yep, yep, yeah. That's why.
Good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just wanted to just
Uh, Mark, that's a 29 under my like 65 intelligence.
let's go.
65? 13, yeah.
Yeah. You know that's not a neighbour. It's too late for it to be a neighbour.
Eliza puts her head in her hands for a second and she's like, okay, please tell me I'm paranoid over nothing. Please tell me that I'm paranoid over nothing.
Does she say that out loud?
Yeah, she's like she has her back turned to the wall, but she says it out loud and she has her head in her
I'm just gonna cross the room. You're overthinking it. It's probably nothing.
I'm gonna lean into Kane.
She sounds exactly like my ex-wife.
Ooh, buddy. I'm just gonna elbow him in like the rib, like shut up, shut up. I think we should wrap it up for tonight. Yeah. Um, my hotel. Yeah. I got.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I do want to. Really would love if we all stayed in the same room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that cool with you guys?
All of
My
that
room has a double.
evidence
My
is
room.
over there. Okay, you know what? We can bring it over. We can stop at the hotel room, at my hotel room, because all the evidence is in there, and we can bring it to yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mind.
Yeah. And the room's not under my name either, so um they're Amanda's father rented it out for me. It's under his name. It's not illegal in any way. It was just he loaned me the hotel room in the meantime while I investigated his daughter's kidnap or disappearance. Sorry, I don't. No, she got kidnapped. It was 100%. That salesman, that
Normally,
encyclopedia nerd is going down.
I would ask so many more questions, but considering we just went to a place that doesn't actually exist, I am choosing to trust you.
Yeah, it's probably a lot nicer than what the FBI had set up for you, anyways. Like, there was room service involved. Like, there's a bar downstairs. Like, I know Desmond. I feel like you'd be down for that. Um, so maybe yeah, let's
You have an extremely warped opinion of me, but all right.
I don't have a warped opinion about you. I have a very reasonable experience with the government and their willingness to pay for the lowest commodity possible because they're bureaucrats. So let's wrap up all this evidence and yeah, awkwardly shuffle out of the. I'm just gonna awkwardly shuffle out of the room.
Okay.
Just kind of whisper
Out
to
the
myself.
door.
Just kind of whisper to myself. God, you could cut the tension with a balloon in that room. Jesus.
You take what evidence you've decided to gather and head out to your respective vehicles, following Kane back to a hotel room where, as you can, wasn't lying, and he's been rented a suite for the foreseeable. You have all of the evidence that you've gathered so far laid out. You can pursue any of this. You can stay up. It's only you went into the night floors at like just after sundown, if I'm not mistaken.
Um.
So it's only like by the time you get back to Corporal Kane's room, it's like 9 p.m. So you could probably spend a few hours looking into stuff, or at least calling out for leads. If it's going to take time for your contacts to follow up, you could at least initiate that now. You might have something by morning.
Um.
If one of the core mechanics in Delta Green, if you, during an investigation phase like this, if nothing immediately striking comes to mind regarding any of the leads, in order to avoid the game grinding to a halt, you can make an idea roll that's intelligence times 5, and I will suggest a lead that would be up your character's alley. I'll take that into consideration.
Okay.
So if you cannot think of anything right off the bat, you can call for an idea roll. You can do that.
When we get to the room, Eliza, I know you've had a long day. Um, I'm sure you'd probably like to follow up on some leads. Um, that might take some time to get some answers back, but if you wanted to take a quick shower, me and Desmond can head down to the bar downstairs while you kind of get cleaned up. Um, and I can actually go grab us some coffees or something like that. It seems like we're gonna have a couple long hours going through all this. If
Yeah,
that's
all right. But yeah,
Desmond, care to grab a drink for me while the
uh, yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
I think she needs some alone time with the evidence. I don't think she wants any outsiders interfering with it.
Jesus, I get it.
I Hey man,
Right?
I just wanted to talk to
look,
you like mano y mano, you know? Like no other outside reasons besides that. I just
I'm not
um
stupid, okay? Please don't act like
no,
I am.
no, no, I'm Eliza. Yeah, whatever you think.
Okay, it's fine. I
Whatever.
understand.
No,
I'm
yep, yep,
sorry.
yep. Whatever you think.
Thank you.
Desmond, let's go, man. Um, uh,
So,
I'm gonna make my way
Eliza,
down. Oh, sorry.
that's right. Continue.
I was gonna say, as we're heading down to the bar, um, hey, Desmond, I just need to go take a quick leak. Do you want to do you want to come with me? I know that sounds awkward, but
Why?
I don't know, man.
I literally live in the woods.
Okay.
I have seen an uncomfortable amount of grown men pissing. It is fine.
Okay. I'm just gonna go pee then, and kind of separate from Desmond. Um,
Okay.
Once I get in the bathroom stall, I'm gonna actually lock the bathroom door, and I'm gonna pull out my phone, and I'm gonna call Colonel Wright.
So rings 3 times, and then there's a hiccup. Got right.
Hey, right. I know, it hasn't been too long, uh, since I've picked up this case for you, but I've made some ground. Um, I've managed to get an in with the FBI lead investigation. We're kind of working in tandem right now with this case. They know my personal involvement with Amanda, um, but I just wanted to tell you that I got some good news. She's still alive. I don't ask questions on where the information came from or how we got to it. It's a long story, and I'll be happy to tell you in person, but she's alive still. There's hope.
And there's just silence at the other end of the line for a good 30 seconds. And you just hear a long kind of exhale. Follow up soon. Just I trust you, Corporal. Just don't keep me waiting.
Yeah. And before I go, are you near a fax machine by any chance?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna head to the front clerk and I'm gonna fax you something here in a second. I just I need you to be prepared for what I'm about to send you. It's a little disturbing, but we found it in Amanda's room, and I just have some questions about it.
Where are you, Desmond? Where are you while this is going on? Where are you waiting? Presumably, you'd be waiting for him to come back.
Yeah, I'm
Where
standing
would
sort
that
of outside, like what would be the there's the stalls and then the actual room. I'm outside, like leaning against the door in the hallway. I'm
be? You
playing
see
Snake.
him. Yeah, so you see him coming out. What was it you had on you, Corporal Kane?
It was Amanda's mother and Colonel Wright's wife, the picture, with her eyes scratched out. And the
That's up in the evidence box. with
oh,
Eliza.
is that oh nuts! I gotta go steal that later.
You retrieved that. You retrieved that from Amanda's room.
That's right. It's in
What-
evidence. Ah, nuts! I gotta
It
go.
was retrieved.
All right. Okay. So that will be a later adventure for Kane then. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Had long pee, held in a lot of coffee.
Yeah, I mean it's technically been like an hour, but I did I ever drink that whiskey? I remember picking it up and then it just sort of, you know what? That it probably just did disappear. Anyways, do you want to go get a real whiskey that won't sort of void out?
Yeah, I I'd really need that about now.
All right.
So you guys go collect whiskey from the bar. Be taken back up to the room quite easily. Eliza, while they were off relieving themselves and applying some alcohol into their systems, what were you up to?
So, Eliza actually started off looking over some of the evidence, taking things that she wanted the FBI to investigate, namely the forensics items that she took, the glass and the cigar, and sort of getting them ready to be sent to a lab, informing people that she had some items that needed to be tested for DNA. Um,
Okay.
and all
You
the
can
while,
arrange. You can arrange to have those collected same evening. They'll have someone come by the hotel to
yeah,
pick them up. So that's not
yeah,
a problem.
she'll arrange for that. And all the while, she keeps glancing at her phone. And she's like, "I'm on a job right now, but I really." It's like when you really want to talk to someone, but you're super busy doing other things. And eventually, she's just like, "Okay, you know what? This is bothering me too much. I'm not in a clear state of mind anymore." So she picks up her phone and she calls her husband.
A couple of rings turn into a few more rings, and you're about to hang up when there's a click and an answer there. Incredibly tired voice. Oh, oh, Eliza, hi.
Hey, I'm sorry for calling so late. I I guess I should just cut to the chase. You accidentally called me and you were talking to someone. Who was it? Did you have somebody over to visit?
No, it's just been me. I I went to sleep right after I called you.
Uh, can I make a human to roll on my own husband? Or is that really toxic?
You can.
30. That's a success.
Doesn't sound like he's lying to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I must have misheard. I've I've been really stressed lately, but I think we're finally gonna get some answers. So, thank you for thank you for keeping in touch.
Just okay. Just get some sleep and come home, please.
All right. I love you.
He hangs up.
Oh wow. Well,
Um, can you reduce that bond by 1, please, Eliza?
yep.
Oh, hey, it's the first one of the game. Woo.
Yeah, and the moment you kind of hang up the call, Eliza, and you take a moment to collect yourself, and that's when both Kane and Desmond return from their trip downstairs. Come back in with probably armfuls of coffee and alcohol in equal measure.
Oh. Uh, hey guys.
Hey,
Hello.
I I arranged for the FBI to come get our forensic evidence, so hopefully we'll have some results by the morning. They're
awesome.
coming over tonight,
Uh,
by the way.
Tonight, did you tell them about this hotel specifically?
I mean,
Or did you just say, pick up?
I asked them to pick up the evidence. I'm assuming they'll meet me somewhere.
Okay, they'll probably meet you at your hotel then. Okay, I am safe. Okay. Um,
Do you have warrants?
no, but I'm technically not cleared to be on this investigation, and whatever evidence is found through me is going to be null and void.
Well, it's a good thing that none of us are on this investigation. And we're just a nice FBI team checking out a building, right? I don't know of any Kane. Do you know, Eliza?
No, who's that? Do
Perfect.
we have a?
Sounds great to me. Yeah, they let us buy a bottle, so I brought it up to the room. Figured a little Irish coffee would keep it going through the night. But yeah, Desmond, and Eliza, you guys have had a little bit more time to sit on this. Are there any other kind of clues? I mean, you pointed out earlier, like with the sheet music and whatnot. So
Yeah, there's a whole lot of art, screenplays, music, even the whole building. Every room we went into, there was a fine whiskey set or cigars and fancy alcohol. It's all got this theatrical bit to it.
kind of like a noir play.
Um, I guess.
Do you think there's anywhere we could go to see it?
A
I mean, it's a play, right? Unless Amanda wrote it herself.
I
maybe well, how that doesn't seem right to me though. I feel like if Amanda knew, no, I know if Amanda knew I was here, she would try to contact me in some way or another. Just I don't know. Maybe we're all just actors in somebody's theater.
Well, if we really want to find out about this play, probably have to go see it live at that theater,
Yeah.
stage or opera, whatever it was.
Stage opera. What do you mean?
That mean we have to go back to the night floors?
I mean, it is a bit our job. I don't really want to send any other tenants who happen to wander
Right.
up too far.
It's just difficult to think about going back, I guess.
And there he goes. Bryan?
Yeah. I really don't feel like going back to those nightmarish floors again, but although it's more questions than answers, it's going somewhere. And right now, there are puzzle pieces in front of us that I think if we just sit on and put our collective brains together, maybe we can figure something out. Maybe we can even figure out where Remmy went.
I mean, Kane, if you're itching to do some searching, we've got a very hearty box that I was gonna pour over tonight anyways, with the help of the Irish. We're always looking for more stuff in there, so who knows what we'll find.
Maybe.
Although most of it is absolutely incomprehensible, I will warn you.
I would not suggest we return to the night floor tonight. Maybe we take like a 2-day or 1-day sort of recovery period, and then we
Yeah.
can go
Maybe
back.
take some time to regain our sense of reality or something. Keep us at least a little bit anchored, right? I don't know about
Right.
you, Desmond, but I think I need to wade in the shallows of the crazy pool a little bit longer before diving into the deep end.
Well, uh, the crazy pool is more of a tsunami that you have just started to notice the water slip away from. But you know what? Whatever visualization helps you, I think is great. We're gonna try again tomorrow,
Yeah.
but I don't really feel like sleeping, so I'm gonna sit here and pore over the box because I am actually supposed to be here
Yeah.
on the books, so I can chill here while the FBI do whatever the fuck
Right.
I guess they do.
I'll go meet them. I'm going to give them the information that uh, our convict, Broderick, did a runner on us if they ask for it. But yes, I'll give them. I'll go meet them at my hotel.
Okay.
All right,
Uh,
guess we'll keep the house warm.
we'll skip forward just a little bit here. Eliza, you run the evidence back to your hotel. The FBI courier, courier comes and picks it up, takes it from you, says he can have a response uh, in the morning. The rest of you have probably noticed I've been posting up all of the evidence you've collected thus far into the Discord. That should be it. Along with any other information you've managed to uncover so far, you can use your various leads to chase it, as I mentioned before. If you want to make an idea roll, if you can't come up with anything obvious, you can make an idea roll, and I can. Your character uses his intuition to nudge him in the right direction in accordance with your character's skill set. You'll have, it's safe to say, you'll have, if you spend sort of the rest of the evening up until, say, midnight or just after, you'll all have one attempt, like a check, to investigate whatever it is, will be a different check, obviously, depending on what you request. You've got time to do that. If you wanted to press on past then, you would lose willpower from not sleeping per the rules in the agent's handbook. But you can do that and sort of research through the night and get 2-3 hours sleep. But you're looking at losing 1 or 2 willpower if you do that. It's your choice.
I don't.
Um. Yeah. I think Kane right now is focused on doing his best to try to find Amanda. So he's gonna stay up all night trying to search through all the crazy clues he's gathered. Um,
Okay?
just to
I'll give you an extra attempt at a check. So you everyone gets 1. They're going to bed at a reasonable hour. You can have another one if you spend one of your willpower points to do it. You don't get to bed till like 4. And if you spend 2 willpower points, you can stay up all night, and you can get a 3rd check.
um
Same goes for everyone else.
okay. I think Kane will most likely stay up till like pretty late, like 4 a.m. But he's not going to stay up the entire night. He kind of knows that sleep is kind of vital for a keen mind, so he's going to try to get as much
So
sleep
you'll
as he
get
can. So,
2 checks. What do you want to look into first?
um, right. Let me double check my intelligence. Make sure I had that idea. Um, I guess the picture first. Picture of um, what's her
The
name?
parents, yeah.
Yeah, of
You could.
Ellen and Thomas.
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends. You go first. What's your suggestion? Regarding the
Um,
picture, what is it you want to look into in particular?
I'm gonna try to fax this over. Usually in hotel rooms. No. Hotel rooms don't have fax machines. That'd be foolish.
I
Um,
think it's cut out
oh, again.
again.
No.
I think there's like legitimately like 25 using the Wi-Fi.
Fucking.
I don't know what's going on, but don't worry. I muted myself.
It's a
before.
holiday in America.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's going to look into the photo first, but he's got to try to find a way to kind of sneak the photo out and fax it over to Thomas to try to maybe get some answers from it. Of just like, do you know when this photo was taken?
It's gonna be a stealth check versus both of your colleagues' alertness checks to see if they notice you taking it.
Perhaps I should wait for that one then. Too late. Where are you? We'll see what happens. If drama ensues, it's fine. Oh, where'd my D8 go? Where'd you go?
Good luck, Kane. Good
Your
luck.
D8?
Or, sorry, D10. So, yeah. I know what I'm doing, I swear. Yeah, no. No. I straight up just grab the picture and try to walk out the room with it. Alright, guys, I'm gonna grab some coffee real quick. Don't mind me.
You
Kane, put
guys
that
still
back.
need to roll because you could fail harder than that, and then he still gets a pass.
Well,
I rolled
I
a
mean,
59.
Eliza got a 10.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I rolled a 53, so Desmond didn't notice it, but
Eliza certainly
Kane.
did. So, Eliza, you want to react?
Yeah. Kane.
look, I know, but this is the only way that we're going to be able to find answers. If he doesn't
You
know
what?
where this, you can come with me to make sure I don't send it to anybody else. But I don't think there's anything to lose from here. Okay?
Okay. You know what? Yeah, Desmond, what do we think of this? He's supposedly trying to send the picture to someone? I
I'm
think.
trying to send it to Thomas.
Agent Desmond, I need to remind you at this point that your mission was catalogue and contain.
I'm aware. Well, I think that generally, in situations like this, the information gets sent to one person, and then somehow, magically, somebody else knows. And then a dozen people. And then half the United States
Right.
is aware that you can just go to this building and walk through the 3rd floor at night,
Yeah.
and you'll end up in a whole new world. And do you think that will go well?
Yeah, you're
Or
right.
you, or me,
Okay.
or any of those stupid fuckers that you've sent to their deaths?
Right. Yeah. No. You're right. Okay. How about this, Eliza? Um, catalog it. Can you just have one of your FBI lackeys just ask Thomas about the photo? Just show it to him. Um, and make sure that he doesn't get his own copy. Does that
I
work with you, Desmond? If
I,
it's done through proper channels?
I think that the proper channel for that picture is gonna be your pocket. And maybe, if you're lucky, a scrapbook one day. That picture, these receipts, even the cigar, it's... They don't exist. You said it so many times in the other place.
But no.
It's not real, and nobody else will understand that, because they don't need to. If that picture goes through any machine, and I mean any, you can't guarantee that it'll come out on the right side.
Well, that's why I mean like about the proper channels. I mean, they physically pick up the copy and create a copy of it and show Thomas it. That's what I mean by the proper channels.
So say we do that, and it turns out, 8 months from now, that picture actually had that little mark in it. And now, because we've gone through the proper channels, the higher-ups in our government have now seen this. And
Man,
they've sent it to their superiors, and theirs. And before you know it, the President of the United States is looking at this little symbol, and he can't get it out of his head.
okay, not the symbol. I'm just clearly okay.
I'm
All
giving
right.
you
I
extreme hyperlatives and
I understand and
insane
I appreciate
scenarios
it.
because that is the bread and butter of what I do.
Right. I understand that, but all right. How about this? We catalog. Or better yet, let's triage. Right? Black is dead. Doesn't see the light of day. Nobody else but the people that know about it right here, right now, are even aware of it. The yellow sign being one of them. Alright? The yellow sign and the seal. I mean, what happens when people hear about the FBI is investigating reports of demonology, right? So let's keep it code black, right? Doesn't get out of this room. But things like the picture of Thomas, right? Red. Okay? We try to keep it through tight channels. So Eliza, is there somebody that you know and trust to handle this with extreme pertinence? With as little paper trails as possible, with as little copies as possible.
not someone who I'd want to expose to whatever's going on here. Kane, this whole thing is extremely risky and not really a risk we should be taking, honestly.
Then you're not going to get the answers that you need. And we're going to be sitting here going in circles, never being able to find out what's actually happening to us. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a fan of walking around blindfolded. I don't even care if I have to witness a apartment turn into an elevator shaft and watch it swallow a flare. I don't care if I have to walk around wandering hallways for eternity trying to figure out what the hell is going on and where I am, or how time is seemingly to stop the second we go through a door, or people that don't exist, or playwrights that seem to mimic our reality. I'm not one to go into this shit fucking blind.
Desmond, your pager beeps.
Hold the rant, please, for just one goddamn second.
Then I check it.
It's a familiar string of numbers. It's Marcus, and he's downstairs.
Well, do you want a chance to get some answers, Kane?
Yeah, I want answers. I mean,
You're in Crazy Town.
yeah, so why not just hop onto the train, right? Just go full blast, just drive right through the town, heart of it all. Come on. So, it can't be worse than what's already going on, right?
I mean, well, it can always get worse, but for us, I think it's about to get a bit better. Eliza, I suppose I trusted the two of you most out of the, I guess it was 5 of us.
Yeah, Remy doesn't seem to have it all there right now.
You need to meet somebody. And I'll let him talk. Because he knows more.
Okay.
And I will just respond on the pager +2.
Okay.
And to lead them down to, I guess, downstairs. I think probably the lobby.
That's correct. So, yeah, you all head down. And sitting at the one of the tables in the lobby is the familiar figure of Desmond. You recognize him, and Eliza, it takes you a second, but you also recognize Marcus.
Oh,
Take a
she
seat,
blinks a couple times.
please. And he gestures to like the long. There's like a glass table. He's sitting on one side of the glass table on a single seat, and there's like a long leather couch on the other side of the glass table that he gestures like with a sweeping motion of his hand for you to sit, all 3 of you.
Desmond
Oh,
immediately sits.
Eliza will sit down too.
Desmond looks actually a bit relaxed for the first time, probably in like 48 hours.
To understand, the cataloging is going well.
It's going. There's a lot of it is, as you may expect from this type of stuff, unintelligible. There's heavy traces of theatrical themes, poetry, and rhyming. It's definitely a full-on alternate dimension or gateway to a connecting point, and it seems to just sort of go on your chimpanzee brain. Any of this ring any bells?
Artistic, you say?
Yes, I mean, theaters, the full smoking lounge, even a really simple room had must have been hundreds of dollars worth of expensive glassware.
Interesting. You're taking whatever evidence you've gathered appreciate your efforts, and he gestures now to both Eliza and Kane. If you would
Hey, Mark.
give us a moment.
Mark.
Yep.
Can we give it like 1 second? Bryan's Discord is broken right now, so we might need to give it 1 second while he reconnects. Apparently
Okay.
the audio is still going though.
Okay.
Damn it,
Well,
Bryan.
that's one good. Good
Wow.
All right. Okay. Yeah. If you would give myself and Desmond here just a few moments. He gestures towards the two of you and then towards the hotel bar.
Yeah.
All right.
I kind of like look towards Desmond, like eyeing him, like, yeah. Is this how we're gonna find out?
Desmond just nods to you.
All right. Let's go grab a drink,
Eliza will
Eliza.
walk out.
Look, he watches, like, Marcus, like, watches the two of them cross the room and waits until they're seated. And then turns back to you. Desmond kind of leans in a little way. Agent Bishop, Eliza. Vouch for her now?
She certainly has very useful skill sets. Her intelligence and forensic and criminology backgrounds have come into effect several times, and her resources are to be noted as well. It seems that people don't seem to ask her questions when she asks for things, which I can appreciate. I would say that it appears she does not know how to place trust in people. Or does it wrongly? This Remmy fool, the man with the braids and the gold in his hair, he's just gone. I don't know what happened to him. I presume he's dead.
That's unfortunate, but that is what we do.
I know.
And my contacts reported a Corporal Kane Smith.
Yeah. I mean, now that I think about it, it sort of fits with the theatrical theme of all this. He showed up at Amanda's room. He had clearly already been in it, and he knew her. Whoever Amanda's father is, this bigwig, yeah? He's not just paying for regular investigation. He's got personal investigators, private investigators. I'd be surprised if he doesn't have a hand in the FBI as well, but this Kane fellow, he seems to, his mind, it works in these places. I was able to guide him to things he seemed to already know. And he's a good gun to have, but I don't think really anything he's told me is true. He says he's here because he knows Amanda well, but every time details come up about her, he doesn't seem to know right away, or he asks the questions himself. I don't
know whether or not he's going to be useful to us in the long run, but he went in with us and he came back out. And he's not dead.
Agreed.
So-
Sometimes that is good enough. I can assuage any suspicions you have about Corporal Kane now. Colonel Wright is a connected man. I have no reason to believe what he has told you is not factual. You're recommending him for induction?
He was the one who went in first, if you believe it. He walked in, talked to the man right at the door, and managed to even get an invitation back. This was without even us directing or asking. He has, as I found a way to put it to him, a strong chimpanzee brain. He's got good instincts.
Go on your recommendation. Consider this your new cell. You'll answer to me directly.
Yeah, I didn't tell them really anything about this other than, the typical crazy town, you're off the deep end nonsense. They just know I work for somebody.
And you're
we're doing
following the playbook step by step. Congratulations, Agent Desmond. My understanding that Amanda's apartment is clear. All the evidence has been cataloged and
Well, we did go through as much as we possibly could. Due to the nature of it, some of the remaining bits are literally epoxied to the wall. And to get them out, you would pretty much have to destroy the place. But everything that could come off did come off. We've been going through it. That's why I mentioned the sheet music and other things.
and
By the way, do you have a way to get me a string, like a guitar or something, acoustic?
strange request.
I want to play a song, or be able to play a song that we found. The people in this place seem to follow rules of conduct I don't really know, and I figure if maybe I have some sort of in, it might result in me not dying.
Agent Desmond, you've cataloged all of the required evidence. Are there any strange goings on in the McAllister building?
I mean, you know what? Yeah, list. Amanda's room, the start. You know mostly about that, I believe. The basement, I don't know if you're familiar with the artist Thomas Manuel, but he used to do very striking pieces, and now he has, for lack of a better term, hussed. His his room is filled with food that should have expired half a year ago, but didn't. He was recording Amanda, but there was nothing on the recording, nor did he seem aware. And his paintings hadn't been touched. But he had painted a figure I saw even outside the building. This Harlequin style, like comic book clown doing acrobatics. Again, theatrics definitely connects. We went to apartment 10B, that was filled with perhaps 1,000 copies of the exact same paper, which was the screenplay. It mentions a Mark we met before, and a dog and some other characters we haven't met. But the most important bit is that the page seems to end with us, being me, Remmy, and the other two. The federal agents entering the building.
That is quite enough.
Sorry, I know.
And he raises his hand, gestures you, Eliza, and you came back over to the table.
Audio log, August 15th, 1995, for the attention of Agent Alphonse. Agent Marcus reporting. I'm recommending 2 new candidates for recruitment. One, a known friendly, Agent Eliza Bishop of the FBI, and another, new on our radar, Corporal Kane Smith of the United States military. Bishop is a keen investigator, and her links with the FBI make her valuable. She's something of a rock star over there, and I can vouch for her myself, having been present during her first encounter with us when we were investigating the Chocho and the street drug Reverb back in '94. Smith, on the other hand, is a door kicker, tough, and, according to the testimony of Agent Desmond, is the kind of lateral thinking cases we work on tend to require. Unusually, I'm not recommending these assets become a new cell. We're spread too thin at the moment, and their skills would be best served separately. I'm recommending Bishop stay in New York and help tidy up the remaining vestiges of the Alzis case. We haven't seen him in years, but Bishop's past work indicates she'd be best dealing with him if he does show his head. Corporal Smith, we send to Argentina. Attach him to the fire squads being dispatched to deal with the Karatechia. Of the 3, Smith would be the one challenged by a moral quandary, so sending him against actual Nazis should keep him in line and effective. As for Agent Desmond, he's lasted longer than most. I say we keep him close. When this thing with Majestic 12 heats up, we're going to need someone who knows the score. On a personal note, things are changing, and quickly. Whatever the next century holds, we're on the brink of something huge. It all changes soon. Final summary. FBI Agent Eliza Bishop and Corporal Kane Smith to be classified Delta Green, effective immediately.